Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. Johnson with a return here. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So here come the Buccaneers, ready for their opening drive. And at the helm, coming off a career-best performance in year 7 here in the NFL, the #1 overall pick back in 2018 out of Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
I firmly believe the NFL is better with quarterbacks like Baker Mayfield in it. His teams, they just embrace his feisty, chippy attitude he plays with. They also embrace the production he's shown. Massive new career best a season ago with 4,500 yards and 41 touchdowns.
Drive begins with a run by Irving. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
At the 33-yard line.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Baker now from the gun. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Here's the give to Irving. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. They send the tight end in motion. Irving on the counter. Jukes one defender. And he's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
Buccaneer first down.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
Setting up the screen here to Godwin. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Irving here from the gun. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down.
Not sure if it was a missed assignment on the line, a dominant play on his part, or maybe a little bit of both, Kate, but look at those dudes down there defensively. Man, they are fired up after that stick behind the line.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And they were ready for this one. No running room at all. He's taken down behind the line.
Hey, I love the jet sweep as much as anybody, Kate. It could be super effective, but here's the deal. Once you send that receiver in motion, well, you're doomed. Because if they bring an edge pressure or there's a blitz, there's really no stopping it. Because once that thing gets started, there's no audibling out of it.
Third and long for him here. Hits his running back. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
On fourth down, the Buccaneers trying to put 3 on the board with Chase McLaughlin. From the right hash, about 45 yards out. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
All in all, Kate, I'm going to call that a good start. Offense established himself, moved the ball, and the kicker able to give him a lead.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. His return starts at the 5. He stopped on the run back at the 27. So the Lions take the field for their first drive. Leading them out, got his first MVP votes after a career-best season last year. Now reached a decade in this league. It's Jared Goff.
Kate, there are other flashier quarterbacks that make more highlight reel plays than Jared Goff. There certainly are bigger and stronger athletes playing the position today, but Jared's just a throwback, a guy that understands the timing and the precision. I love that he knows what he is and what he isn't when it comes to his skills, and it's why he's been able to flourish in multiple places and why he continues to sustain a lot of success in this league.
Not on the same page with his tight end. And it's going to be second down.
You know, as a quarterback, you got to give your man enough space to make that catch inbounds. That was off just enough to carry him to the sideline before he could establish possession.
On 2nd and 10, Goff has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short on the 35.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. A handoff here for Gibbs on the zone read. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that gives the Lions the first.
And the Lions first down.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Off play action, Goff. Connects on the crosser. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
2nd and 1. That's to Laporta again. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. That one gains 7. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
A successful opening drive, nearing field goal range now. It's first down at the 41. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Goff. To the right and hauled in by Laporta. And they get this down to the 28. They get 13 on the pickup. And that gives the Lions the first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
They've worked it downfield very well to begin the drive. It's 1st and 10 at the 28. They'll toss it to Gibbs. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards.
Just an outstanding play by that safety. But I'll say this, Kate, that offensive coordinator, take note. Those safeties are flying downhill. To create a negative play on a toss, I can assure you a reverse, a trick play, something over their heads coming eventually.
Drive's been moving nicely, but they went the wrong way on that last snap. It's 2nd and 13. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Short pass brought in. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
Detroit Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Taken in by Williams outright. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
2nd and 3 now. Handoff running left. Here's Gibbs. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
3rd and just 2 to go. Looking to throw. Goff. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable in an incomplete.
All right, they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive. Goff tosses that quickly out wide. And the early aggressiveness is answered. They went for it on their opening series, and the defense stops them. That's a turnover on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
So the Buccaneer offense getting out there for their 2nd drive. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Bucks to the line. 1st and 10. They give to Irving to start this drive. And they make the stop after giving up 6 yards. Good run on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
1st down run gets him 6. So now it is 2nd and 4. Sending a receiver left. From the gun, Mayfield. Down the field, Evans has it. And they're going to force him out just before he can get to the 35. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, well, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Mayfield now off the play action. Well, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So still 10 to go on 2nd from the 33-yard line. Throwing again is Baker. He's got Emeka Egbuka. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
A gain of 19 yards. And a Buccaneer 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st down, here's Baker. Oh, look at this, here he goes. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
2nd and 3 now. Straight ahead, it's Irving. Jukes out a one-stop. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
First down.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
Right side hauled in by Godwin. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Mayfield on 1st and 10. And oh, he got it! Interception! Jack Campbell with the INT.
That's one of those drives, Kate, especially on the opening drive. You come to the sidelines, and all you're thinking about, unfortunately, is the failure at the end. It's kind of like being a student. You're so good all semester, and then you just bomb the final exam.
Detroit getting its offense set for their second drive. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Goff. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll get him 5 yards as he gets this up to the 25.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap here to Goff. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Goff to the air now. And he'll go down. The Bucs brought pressure and got him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
On comes Jack Fox to handle the 4th down punt for the Lions. Calls fair catch and has it inside the 40-yard line. Time for us to get another look at this Tampa Bay offense. Their last series sure was looking like points up until that interception, Brock. Hopefully they can move the ball similarly well as they take over here. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Finds his man over the middle. He has it up to his own 45 on a small gain. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. They're on him behind the line, and the give to the receiver doesn't work.
One of the challenges when you run that jet sweep is you better secure that edge. I'm not seeing a great jet sweep in my life where you don't win the edge of the line of scrimmage. And that time, the defense got the job done.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. He lofts it deep right side. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Intended target there was Mike Evans. And that'll bring up 4th down.
If you're keeping stats, that's now 0 for 2 on keeping drives going, and hopefully not an indicator of what's to come. You know, you don't convert on 3rd down. You're not only playing against your opponents, you start playing with your own psyche as well.
And he's there to make the fair catch right at the 10-yard line. Now the Lions offense gets ready to return to the field. And coming off a 3-and-out, Brock, they really need to build some momentum from the ground as they try to get on that scoreboard here. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. Juke the defender. And he is persuaded to go out of bounds just as he gets this up past the 30-yard line. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that gives the Lions the first.
That is textbook RPO right there, Kate. Quarterback's decision-making comes quick off the snap. And that back, you know that he's already looking for those lanes before the ball's even in his belly. Before that defense can adjust to the run, he hits that 2nd level.
And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. And that's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. Just 3-0 is our score. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Back and beginning the 2nd quarter. Lions in possession. They have 2nd and pretty long here. Goff setting to throw. Screen here for Gibbs. Has some daylight through the 40. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
They send one of the tight ends in motion right. Play action here with Goff. Dumps it off to his running back. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. Where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. Running it with David Montgomery. And give him the 47-yard line, Brock, as he's nestled up right near that 1st down marker.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Trying to sneak here, Goff. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
That's another Detroit Lions 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
Here's Goff up, caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this one belongs to the Buccaneers.
You know, Kate, defenders today are top. Don't just go get the sack. Go get the sack and the fumble. It's become an art form, making that strip sack, and that play was a masterpiece.
Tampa Bay are ready to head out to the field. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. New set of downs for him from the 46. Shotgun handoff to Irving. Escapes a defender. And there's the stop, but he's got 9 yards on first down.
Well, that run may not have moved the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. They fake the handoff. Now it's Mayfield. He'll step up, and there he goes. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Baker now from the gun. Got a man. This is Evans. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on 3rd down, and they've got themselves a 1st and goal. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Irving has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Quick throw left side, complete. And that's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers grow their lead off the turnover. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, Kate. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Buccaneers make it a 10-point ball game.
10, Lions nothing.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Lions getting ready to return to the field. They now trail by double digits after that last score, Brock. It's 10-0 partway through here. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. They go play action with Goff. Complete out to the right. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
2nd and 3 now. From the gun, Goff. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They get 6 and a first down as well.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Back now, pressure on its way. Has a man downfield. It's Laporta. And he's brought to a stop after he found plenty of room to run.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
On first down, it's Gibbs. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Big game continuing for Laporta. And in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions start to fight back with their first points of this game. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions cut it to a field goal game.
Lions 7.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. On the return, here comes Sean Tucker. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers and Bucky Irving ready for their next possession. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Irving on the inside give. No one around. He's got space. The 40. Into the red zone. That's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers make it a 9-point advantage.
Kate, you saw me chuckling. You know I love celebrating that run, but you know what I really love? I really love watching those linemen, and they just get to celebrate. They love an explosive play like that. Doesn't mean a long, extended drive, just a whole bunch of celebration.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Buccaneers make it a 10-point ball game.
17. Lions 7. Chase McLaughlin.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Return coming from the 6. Jukes one defender. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. They're down 10 partway through this one. Score is 17-7. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Goff back to throw. Finds the in route complete. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
To the right and hauled in by Laporta. And he's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he's going to work ahead for a couple here. It's 3rd down now.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Out of the shotgun, Goff. That one complete to St. Brown. And some excellent work on this play. It takes him a while to get to him downfield.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Gibbs now from the gun. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
From the 19. He's got it at the 6. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Needing 10 yards now as they line up. It's 2nd and goal. Handoff to Gibbs from the gun. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
Anticipating the pass, defense out there in dime. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing is gone. And he will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions face a 4-point deficit. David Montgomery with the touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock, getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game.
Yeah.
That's well done.
Bates now for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions cut it to a field goal game.
17, Lions 14.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. Tucker now on the return. This makes it up to the 25. The Buccaneers and Bucky Irving ready for their next possession. And that front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition because he's gotten off to an excellent start here. First call here coming from the shotgun. Drive begins with a run by Irving. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
First play of the drive lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down. Mayfield now from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Here's the give to Irving. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Tackled by Jack Campbell. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
At the 37-yard line.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. And it's the Buccaneers who have it 2nd and 9. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
A fifth defensive back into the game for the Lions. Third down coming. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Buccaneers.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First down, here's Baker. Hits his running back. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
Buccaneer first down.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off a first down.
Prior to first down, they decide to call a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Irvin here from the gun. Next snap coming inside the red zone, Brock. He picks up 9 on the play.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, kid. I know you do. And this one was about will power. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run and a great try at that first down.
This is Irvin on 2nd. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. Tampa spends its 2nd timeout now. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. This one's caught. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And they will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers will add to their lead at the end of the half. Baker Mayfield, the touchdown. Manage that clock beautifully. Down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers make it a 10-point ball game.
24, Lions 14.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Back to throw it. Finds Isaac to Slaw, complete. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Here comes the final play of our first half. He'll throw it. Downfield is fine, St. Brown. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. So entering the locker rooms, got ourselves a 2-score game. It's time to hear from Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. Appreciate the update as always. And welcome back, everyone. Third quarter about to get underway. Got a two-score ball game here as we resume play. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Return starts at the 3. Jukes out a one-stop. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Here comes the offense for Detroit to begin the second half. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half, too, as they chase this lead. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Goff to the air now. Finds Gibbs out of the backfield. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat.
And off the play fake, here's Goff. Catch made left side by Laporta. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3, so chipping away a few here ahead of this third down.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Throw left side, and St. Brown has it. And he has it down near the red zone, just outside the 20.
A gain of 47 on the play. That's good for a Lions. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Here's Gibbs on the carry. And the stop is made after 4 yards. It's 2nd down.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun, Goff. Completed to his running back. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll go right side with Gibbs. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Defense bringing in a fifth DB, 3rd and goal. Here's Goff. And he makes the play at full extension. That's a touchdown. The Lions cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
Bates now for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions cut it to a field goal game.
Lions 21.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Tucker now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers and Bucky Irving ready for their next possession. They've certainly had no issue scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. On the give, this is Irving. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Open ahead in the right direction and save this drive early. Here's 2nd and 13. Baker now from the gun. Dump off caught by his back. And this is going to be contained at the 25-yard line. Alex Anzalone there on the stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd down, here's Mayfield. Right side, hauled in by Godwin. Great job rallying to the football. They get him down right at the marker. 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he's just going to fair catch that one at the 24-yard line. The Lions and wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown getting set for their next drive. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Now Goff. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Out of the shotgun, Goff has him on the quick hitter. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. They get an even 10 on that play. And that gives the Lions the first.
Lions, first down. First and 10 at the
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Goff on first and 10. Screen here for Gibbs. Rolling into enemy territory. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
A give to Gibbs. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. And we're going to have to pause here. An injured Buck still out there and being looked at now. First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10. Looking to throw. Goff. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Goff now on third down. That's complete to Sloan. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's good for a Lions first down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
All right, set now, first and 10. From the red zone now. Has the connection to right. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
Out of bounds down at the 8-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup brings up second and 2.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. It's Gibbs on the carry. They were ready for him. They won that battle on the ground. This is backed up to the 9.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Third and 4 coming up now. Goff back to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on third down, and they've got themselves a first and goal.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on third down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
Montgomery can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Went in the wrong direction the last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on second and goal. Goff setting to throw. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
This is 3rd and goal. They're backed up to the 9. Goff. And he will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions take a 3rd quarter lead. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Bates now for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions take a 4-point lead.
Lions 28, Buccaneers 24.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Johnson now on the return. Juke the defender. Here come the Bucs on offense now. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Baker. Out left, and Otten makes the grab. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. From the 32. Finds him over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
1st down, Tampa Bay.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Baker now off the play fake. Buying some time left. He takes it himself. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
2nd and 3 now. Short side option here. He's running left. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Mayfield. Right side, this is Ibuka. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. They got 24 yards on the play. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Toss left side for Irving. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play.
That's a pretty good look right there at the struggle offensive linemen have. Athletically, they're just not as fast as these linebackers, and if they don't win early, those linebackers outrun them and make a play like that behind the line.
Drive's been moving nicely, but they went the wrong way on that last snap. It's 2nd and 13. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. And it looks great flying through the air, Bronk, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Mayfield now from the gun. Hits him on the out route. And somebody finally able to force him out there. So even with that quality gain, it will still wind up being 4th down.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
A 34-yard attempt.
The kick by McLaughlin is good. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. This return starts at the 5. Escapes a defender. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. He'll cobble together a yard there. Hassan Reddick cleaning up that play.
You call that jet sweep, you're looking for a little bit more than that. But at least it keeps him on schedule and didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Throwing the out route complete. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of it. Gain of 8, 3rd down.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
Trying to sneak here, Goff. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down.
And the Lions, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
On 1st down, it's Goff. To the right and hauled in by Laporta. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's Lions ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. New set of downs for him from the 46. Running it with Gibbs. Works his way to the 35. And he has this all the way down to the 23. They strike for 23 yards. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
That's another Detroit Lions first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominating in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
First down, and they go right back to him. Space to the left. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it first and goal.
Well, that play right there, that one is why linemen, they run the 40, do all the agility tests in their spandex at the combine. Yeah, having fast, agile, big guys up front, it lets them set the table so the running backs could go do their job.
First and goal. Here's Gibbs. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
Second and goal. Here comes the option. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got third and goal.
Nice little welcoming party waiting for him at the line of scrimmage. No surprises that time. This defense was ready.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for third and goal. They'll run. It's Gibbs. Ooh, no luck. He tried. He was fighting, but they send him backwards on third and goal.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
An important attempt coming up here for Jake Bates. A little more than a chip shot. This is 25 yards. Kicked well, and this is good! And now their lead will push out beyond a field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost him a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Tucker now on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now the Buccaneers set to take the field. And they've got a bit of momentum from the field goal on the last series, hoping to grow that into something greater with a touchdown here.
Yeah, I think one thing you find is you do not want to settle for a field goal again. Points are great, but touchdowns, that's what's win games in the NFL.
Bucks to the line. First and 10. Baker out of the pistol. That one's caught along the left sideline. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Play fake. It's Mayfield. Down the field. Evans has it. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Straight ahead, it's Irving. And this hasn't been a common side out of him tonight, but the defense wins this rep. He's limited to no gain on the carry. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Baker now from the gun. Completed to his running back. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
Trying to run with Irving. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
Now might be a good spot to remind everybody, about for the 1000th time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or two ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running backs.
It's White on the give. How about this? He can't even get past the line of scrimmage. No challenge for the end zone here.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
Mayfield now on 3rd and goal. And the Lions get him. Down he goes. And the defense are down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal.
There's just certain times you get a feel, right, Kate? You do this long enough, you kind of get a sense and just know these two teams are going to be fighting and clawing for that lead. And that sack, well, for me now, you can't afford to go for it. Go put some points on the board and salvage what was a promising drive.
So Chase McLaughlin is on in a high-pressure spot. The upright's 31 yards away, dead ahead. Tracking for it, and it's good! And they cut it down to within a field goal.
I bet you, Kate, if we were down there right in his mind, as that ball sailed good through the uprights, his mind was already thinking about the next one. If this score holds and he gets another opportunity, well, the game could be on the line with that one.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
You see that sweep blown up before it gets to the outside, you know defensively, tremendous anticipation. But even more, better execution.
Went the wrong way on first down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
The Buccaneers add another DB. Third down coming up. From the gun, Goff. He puts some air under this one, deep right. He drops it. Oh, a huge gain in hand, but he couldn't finish the catch. This one intended for the running back. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
Starts his return from the 23. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Buccaneers send receiver Mike Evans headed back out. And he has kept his pace up in the second half. His quarterback more than happy to keep throwing it his way, considering what he's been able to do with his looks all game. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They give to Irving to start this drive. Jukes one defender. And he's halted after about a 6-yard pickup. The stop made at the 36.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, a nice little run to set the table.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Right back to Irving now. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
First and 10 from the 41. Once again, Irving. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
And a solid gain there, Brock, of about 5. Takes him inside the 40-yard line.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. The give now to White. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
He's brought down at the 31. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Tampa Bay.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
On first down, they're going to run with Irving. Solid running here, and that's 9 yards as he brings up 2nd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run in crossing that first down marker.
Well, after a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that first down. Running on 2nd with White. And they're going to have 1st and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Well, they've certainly got the field goal in their back pocket, but they're going to try for the touchdown first here and goal to go. White on 1st and goal. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
Guessing everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure wanted a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. They put a receiver in motion right. To throw is Mayfield. On the screen, this is White. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! The Buccaneers take a 4th quarter lead. It's a Rachaad White touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
So as we expected, they're lining up to go for 2 here and a 7-point advantage.
The Bucs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try it on the ground. And he gets into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. That puts them in a much better spot now. Up 7 here in the 4th.
31.
You thought they were going to throw it, didn't you, Kate?
Could you tell? I did. I thought for a moment they might have been setting up to throw, but they stick to the ground. They run it in for 2.
Yeah, I think everybody in the building, because there's all these pretty pass plays, all these creative designs, but don't ever get away from the simplest form of football, and that's running it right down your opponent's throat.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Has this at the 6. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Detroit offense getting ready for its next drive. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. They go play action with Goff. Wright reels it in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. That both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that gives the Lions the 1st. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Lions down by 7. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Another one for Gibbs. Broke through the tackle. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. That's 16 on the pickup. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
That's good for a Lions.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're 1st. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Up the gut they go with Gibbs. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a 1st down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
At the 40-yard line.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Back to throw. Downfield is fine, St. Brown. He will go! Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions cut it to a point late in this one. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for two and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this two-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
In the 11th hour, now a point after try to tie this game. And the kick is good, and we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. Well, you can't do that. Got to avoid hitting the kicker, and because of that, the kickoff will be coming from midfield. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35. The Buccaneers and Bucky Irving ready for their next possession. And they need to get it to at least that 40-yard line to have a shot at the game winner. But there's enough time remaining to work it even closer if things go right. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. That's complete downfield to Godwin. And he's not going to be able to add anything to that catch. So give him progress across midfield there to the opposing 46.
1st down, Buccaneers.
Two timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. That's caught. It's Godwin again. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
Second and 6 coming up here. He'll look to throw it. Caught by Godwin on the slant. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Now with just 10 seconds left in our game, we've got a timeout. So it's all coming down to a try from Chase McLaughlin from the right hash, 55 yards out. Now with just 10 seconds left in our game, we've got a timeout. So it all comes down to the right foot of their kicker. From the right hash, 55 yards out. It has enough leg, and it's good from deep. And barring the unexpected, that's going to be your game winner.
That kick was a heck of a distance, but with the adrenaline that you know he had flowing through him in that moment, it helped give him all the drive he needed to send the game winner through.
Chase McLaughlin.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And this is going to be a touchback, Brock, so we'll see what they decide to do with the final seconds they've got left here. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Goff to the air now. Big game continuing for Laporta. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. 1 final second on that clock. There's a timeout. We'll have to wait just a touch longer to close this one out. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here he goes, one final shot. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So it's a win for the visiting Buccaneers. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. With Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Buccaneers winners, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.